Guess what? You've stumbled across Media News number 131, and coming up in just 60 short seconds, you will find stories on Christopher Nolan's next project after the upcoming Batman Rises. You'll also find stories on Green Lantern. There's an animated feature coming out. Also, you'll find stories on the Superman casting and the Superman movie. I know it's Henry Cavill, but we've got more information on that, as well as the final episode of Smallville and someone who actually finally has signed to return to the series. All that and more coming up after this. And the hero of the month this month at Alternate Reality is IDW's Infestation event, which covers 4 universes: Star Trek, Transformers, G.I. Joe, and Ghostbusters. And all of my trade paperbacks for all 4 of those universes are 25% off all month long. All my hardcovers, all my softcovers, all my omnibuses, everything related to those 4 universes is 25% off all month long. So stop on down to the store and take a zombie-sized bite out of some savings here at Alternate Reality.
He spends all day searching the web for interesting news. Let's see if he actually found some.
Clark Kent, welcome to the Daily Planet.
Media News, episode 131, In Fields of Skunkweed.
Hey folks, Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my video outhouse. It's time for...
It's time for Media News. What else is it time for?
Media News!
That's all it's time for.
And Media News is coming to you from Alternate Reality, which is located at the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. Alternate Reality, where all new comics are always 15% off every day for everyone. Our first story up is about the Man of Steel, whose comics, of course, are always 15% off here at Alternate Reality. But Smallville is going to be wrapping up on Friday, May the 13th.
Yes, it ends on
Mark
Friday
your calendar.
On a Friday the 13th, so I don't know what that says.
And as we're taping today, yesterday on the store's website, I ran a big story on the front page about how Clark isn't getting any more Lex. And guess what? We just found out he is.
He's getting plenty of Lex now.
He's getting plenty of Lex.
All right, this is a convoluted story, Comic Book Man. It's a little crazy.
Well, let me give you. Let me do the backstory before you get to the actual news. What I put up on the website was apparently Michael Rosenbaum, who had played Lex Luthor for 5 seasons, 6 seasons, 12 seasons, wherever the hell it was. He left the series 2 years ago, I think it was. But Tom Welling, who's an executive producer on the show, really wanted to have him back for the last couple episodes to put a capper on the series. He felt that you couldn't finish Smallville without him, and no matter what he did, he could not get Rosenbaum back. And so the word went out was, he ain't going to be in it. We're going to have to come up with something else, a clone or rewrite it or something.
Yeah, Rosenbaum had actually said in his statement that he had moved beyond the series.
He'd moved on.
Well, guess
Greener
what?
pastures.
Guess what, Comic Book Man?
What?
He's moved right back into Smallville.
You bastard!
Here's what went down. They announced it on, like you said, just a few days ago he wasn't going to be in it. Now, just yesterday as we tape this, the announcement came down that Rosenbaum will indeed be in the 2-hour finale as Lex Luthor. Reasoning, Rosenbaum said in his statement that he wanted to wrap up the series in a nice way for the fans. My take on this is a little bit different. Okay. I think this might have been a little bit of a cash grab for Michael Rosenbaum. Not that I don't blame him for this, but as we speak, the CW has 4 hours of the show left to shoot. Yeah. And they have to do it within the next 6 weeks.
Well, the final story is a 3-part episode, which I assume is 3 hours long, an hour per episode.
Well, no, the final episode will be 2 hours. It's a 2-hour series finale.
Okay, I heard it was 3 parts, though. It's in 3 parts.
Okay, so maybe an hour and then the final 2. So they have a very short amount of time to get these things in the can and post-production done on them. What probably happened is the script was written. Yeah. It's too late in the day, the 11th hour, to write Lex Luthor out of the script. So I'm sure the CW said, whatever it takes, let's get him back in this thing and
get him in.
Put a fine point on it. We can charge more for the DVDs and make up for it in the long run.
Well, there you go.
So Michael Rosenbaum will be Lex Luthor for the 2-hour series finale.
Well, that's for all of you who go out there and you buy those DVDs the second they come out and pay the $70 for Rosenbaum's little thing here, as opposed to waiting the 8 months and picking it up for $20.
But the big question...
when they're blowing it out in the summertime.
The big question will be in the final shot of that last episode, Comic Book Man, is Welling going to be in that outfit flying over the Daily Planet?
I watched the last 15 minutes of Smallville last night, primarily because they run it at 7. I close the store at 7. Between the time I close the store and get home, the show's damn near over with. But I saw the last 15 minutes of it, and he's walking around in a red leather jacket, and when you zipper it up, the Superman symbol's there, so it's cut in half, and it's like
Yeah,
Whatever.
well, you know, it's
Whatever.
They do what they do on that show. It's
Okay.
not my cup of tea. Moving on from small screen.
Moving on from small screen Superman to big screen Superman.
Yes.
We have Superman casting news. Of course, everyone has heard
Yes.
that Henry Cavill.
Yeah, I have yet to get confirmation on how you pronounce that name. Cavill.
Who is 6'1" and 27 years old. He's
Yes.
6'1", you know that?
Yeah. And he was in The Tudors, Whatever Works, and Stardust, which was
Yeah.
another comic book film.
He's our Superman.
He is our Superman, and I guess this is not the first franchise he has been involved in as far as being almost cast in something. He was a finalist before Daniel Craig for
Yeah.
James Bond.
Okay.
He was also the first choice of author Stephanie Myers to play Edward Cullen in the Twilight films, but the studio said no. So he's been around this...
Lucky man.
Yes,
He wasn't
exactly.
vapid enough.
Exactly. He couldn't be a blank slate enough. But Henry Cavill. Now,
Yes.
our director of the film, who's
Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder, made a statement about just the other day. I didn't include this on our sheet here, but I'll bring it up now.
Please do.
Superman is going to be a very physical character in his film. Taking a little swipe at the previous effort, Mr. Snyder said that one of the problems with some previous efforts of Superman has been a lack of Superman doing anything action-oriented. And he would like to correct that with his
You will travel far, but you will always carry me inside you. Mommy! There's some man standing next to my bed in a Superman costume!
I threw a cotton at the sun.
So apparently Superman's going to be punching people in the face a lot
There
in this
you go,
movie.
there
So
we go.
that's what you're going to be looking for.
You don't know.
Taking
You
their
probably don't know
wallets and
about
stuff.
this, but today I posted on my Facebook page because I found this a thing called Classic Superman. It's a little animated bit. It's all of about 4 minutes long. It's hand drawn animation, and it's just a little piece that this guy who really loves Superman and the serial Superman did, the Kirk Allen Superman, and it's Superman and Lois. They come walking out of the Daily Planet building, and giant robots from the Mechanical Monsters,
the very first of the
Fleischer
animated,
thing, the Fleischer thing.
animated thing.
They show up, and Superman gets into a knockdown drag out with one of the big mechanical monsters, which lasts for all of 3 minutes, but it's done really well. And I'm watching this thing. I'm thinking to myself, Zack Snyder's got to see this. He's got to see this. This is what he needs to do. Superman needs to fight something big, a giant robot, a giant monster, a giant something, but he needs to fight a giant in this thing. It can be a throwaway bit. It doesn't have to be an integral part of the plot. It can be a thing at the beginning of the movie to get you into it, or it could be a throwaway plot point by the baddie or something, but Superman needs to do something big like that.
Something
2 words,
gigantic.
Godzilla.
Godzilla. That's exactly what he needs to do. A
Something
Godzilla, a
gigantic.
giant dinosaur, a
I
giant
think a
robot, a
would be
giant
fun.
something.
A giant robot would be fun. And Snyder's the one to pull that off, because if you look at things like the trailer for Sucker Punch, you can see little seedlings of that sort of thing.
The great thing about a giant robot is you beat the crap out of it and nobody cares. If it's Godzilla then or an animal, then it's Superman's beating up the poor animal. But if it's a robot, you can beat the crap out of it.
If anything, Snyder making that statement about it being more action, the character being more integral and action oriented, makes it sound to me like the film will be probably a lot of fun at
Yeah.
the very least. So
Comic
Well,
Book
it'd be
Man,
nice to have a
Robots
fun
Rights on
Yeah.
the phone for you.
yeah.
Oh,
So,
great.
there you are, Superman news. Now what else have we got here?
Okay.
Oh, we're moving on to yet another.
We're moving
DC.
on to Oa. We're moving to Oa. Green Lantern.
Yes.
Green Lantern.
What a little bit of synchronicity here, Comic Book Man. A mere 10 days before the Green Lantern film opens in theaters with Ryan Reynolds, DC, or Warner Brothers, I should say, in DC, are going to be premiering their latest direct-to-DVD superhero thingamabob
Whirly
movie.
twirly phantasmagoria vomit.
It will be, guess what?
What?
Green Lantern Emerald Knights.
Oh, brilliant!
Emerald Knights, based on
So
the-
they're releasing a Green Lantern direct-to-video animated film just before
Before-
That's what's called synchronicity.
Yes, and then that fall will be the Green Lantern animated series
Yes.
for kids. But the person playing Green Lantern in Green Lantern Emerald Knights will
Who's doing
be
the voice?
Nathan Fillion, the star of Firefly, who was actually, in fan polls, was actually the first choice over Ryan Reynolds to play Green Lantern in the feature film. So you're getting your wish, sort of, kind of.
They couldn't get the guy from CSI back?
He's too busy doing CSI now, I guess.
Oh, well.
But
No,
that's-
he's too busy doing CSI to sit at a bar stool in his underwear and do 5 pages of dialogue.
So,
Chris Maloney. That's from
Chris Maloney, yes.
Law and Order.
Yeah, Law and Order. Law and Order, he's right. Law and Order, not CSI.
SVU.
Yes.
Law
But
and Order SVU.
look for Green Lantern Emerald Knights June 7th at a DVD store near you. Even more exciting, Comic Book Man, we're a mere 2 weeks away from All-Star Superman.
Yes, we are. I saw the trailer for that today. I watched it on
And it looks
online.
wonderful.
It really does. It looks
Yeah,
good. It looks good.
terrific.
It looks good. Although he's got that same weird Italian sort of looking thing he had going on it seemed to me, that he had in the last
Not
one.
as much. It looks like they're trying to ape the artwork a little bit more from the book.
I don't know. I didn't see that. I didn't
Yeah,
see
quietly,
that.
a little bit.
I didn't see quietly in it. I really didn't.
Okay.
I didn't see it that much.
We're gonna find out.
Okay.
We're gonna find out.
Okay.
Okay.
Our last story. Our last story.
Even though it's not directly DC.
It's not. It's sort of kind of directly. It's sort of kind of related to DC, but it's not. Christopher Nolan.
Yes.
He's doing the last Dark Knight movie, and then after he finishes Dark Knight Rises,
He's
like,
already-
like bread. After he does Dark Knight Rises,
Hey,
he
that's
has
a great cross promotion comic book, man.
there you go, bread with a big bat on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Wow. Dark Knight Rises.
Batman Rises, and
That's
so does
fantastic.
our bread.
He's
I'm Dark Knight Rises bread.
he already is circling his next project
Yes.
without Dark Knight Rises even
What's he
being
doing?
done yet. He would like to do a Howard Hughes biopic. Now, a lot of you are going, what?
I'm Howard Hughes.
Didn't we just have one of those a few years ago?
I'm Howard Hughes.
From Martin Scorsese? Well,
The Aviator.
exactly. Well, Nolan's project would be a little bit different. Scorsese's centered around more of the younger years of Hughes. The later years were sort of at the tail end of the film. Nolan's version would be strictly about the later years, the crazy years, as we like to call them.
There's the salad years and the crazy years.
I guess this is a project Nolan's been wanting to do for a long time, and I think by the time it's scheduled to be released in 2014, I think that's plenty of time between the Scorsese film and this one. So Christopher Nolan already got his next project going.
Maybe there's some Howard Hughes anniversary coming up by then. Wouldn't we be somewhere near the 100th anniversary
Could
of
be.
his birth or
He's
something?
still alive, you
then,
know.
or- Yes, he
Living
is.
on Jupiter with Elvis and Jim Morrison.
Well, him and Elvis are working a 7-Eleven up in the UP.
Wow.
And that's it. We're done.
Like
We're
a
done.
Slurpee from that
Don't
side.
tell anybody. We're done. We're finished. We're out of here. We've got no more DC news, but you can go to the store's website and check out all of Bo's news that he sends me. And where's the store's website at?
I don't know.
Well, hell, I don't know
I don't
either. I
either.
guess we're screwed.
And she left, so she can't come in and do it. So
Well, we're screwed. I will-
cut the tape.
www.myalternatereality.com. It's inspirational.
So stop over to the store's website and check it out. And until next time, this is Comic Book Man.
And this is good old JR.
Bye. Alternate Reality is located at 3149 West 111th Street. That's the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in Chicago, the beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood neighborhood. You can always reach us at 773-881-HERO or at the store's website, www.myalternatereality.com.
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.